and Joseph will be my secretary. Let's start with the cross-chapter campaigns updates. We see that we have from campaign A, we have what's the thing again? Discount applied 6, clearance protocol registered 26, page views 9,852, inquiries 33, instant book 16, inquiries converted 3, checkout 6, and review on Airbnb 3. There are some updates in the activity as I've already written, so be sure to check that one out. We have published post 42, inquiries 10, on-site visits 1, reservation 0, checkout 0, and review on Facebook 0. Any specific things you want to say about this campaign, Lilis?
Mm, for the probe listing, yes, I need to basically to define the structure of how reservation handle the inquiry, because I guess it's still not really clear. But for the, I will check the what is that, the data, is that correct or not. Yes, that's basically the system should be
I
improved.
see. Okay, thank you very much. Don't forget to write that in the activity so that we don't forget about it, Lilis.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. For BI3, social media listening, we have post outreach 1, inquiry response 3, reservation 0, checkout 0, and also review on Facebook 0. Yes, sir.
I have a question, Vidi. This is actually about BI1. Why is there a difference between?
I guess misconnect.
Sorry. I noticed in marketing they reported a
Yes, sir.
higher number of instant books than BI did. So who's right? Oh, can you guys hear me?
Kayak robot, baby.
Okay. So my question is to Vidi. I noticed in marketing they reported almost
Actually,
30
You
instant.
are a bit late, sir.
Oh God. Okay.
sorry, you're still breaking up.
Sorry, sir, you are breaking up.
I know. Okay. Vidi, the question is this: there's two different numbers for the instant book on Airbnb. In marketing, it's something like 34, and then on the BI side is like 16. So I'm not sure who's right, and it keeps on changing actually. I have a hard time understanding who's right, who's not.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so for that one, sir, actually, there were some confusions regarding the reading of data.
Okay.
Basically, in the campaign card for number 1, I've provided Kagani with the actual data because
See.
the data that he retrieved from Bigger actually is a mix of direct bookings from Booking.com, Agoda, also direct bookings.
Ah.
So I provided a dashboard. Basically,
Yeah.
there's a dashboard in Redash that is specifically tailored for the direct bookings that classifies Booking.com, direct booking, and other channels.
Okay. I see.
I've
Thank you.
already handed the dashboard back to Kagani.
Okay. And Vidi,
Yes, Tara.
Uh,
Yes, sorry.
oh,
Yeah,
Tara.
Mr. Jing.
sorry, me first?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I made a mistake because I was updating the results and I accidentally changed the number of inquiries instead of post outreach. That's what I was trying to
I see.
change before.
Okay.
That's why it was 3. 3 is incorrect. It's 3 in total for the post outreach, just to be clear.
Okay. And over to Vidi again. Vidi, how do we track the total number of inquiries coming in through Airbnb?
We already have that system, sir. We already track inquiries coming from Airbnb, right?
Okay, good. Does Gani know how to use that?
Yes, I've showed him how to use it.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you.
Yep, thank you, sir. Okay, next we have BI4, Booking.com opportunities. There aren't any updates yet, actually, for this one because of the prioritization. I believe it's still inactive. And that concludes our cross-chapter campaigns. And next, we will move to Lily's pivot. Are there any updates, Liz, for your pivots?
I haven't working on the pivot because yeah, I still crossing over to the campaign
Yeah,
basically.
it's fine. That actually relates to again prioritization, and yeah. Thank you for the update, Lilis. Yes, sir.
Question, Lewis. What's the difference between BI v.0 and BI.4?
BI dot four. Where is it? BI dot
Oh,
The
sorry,
four.
campaign and the
BI4
initiative.
is the
Oh,
campaign, and BI.
so basically, the BIV dot zero is the how we do the research. Like VD is private, BIE dot zero. So it's more everything we do, we put it there, the activity, like to remind us what things that we have done. And after it is ready to be a campaign, I
Um,
will update it here.
okay, got it. So it's a research project. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yes, it's actually the MVP part, basically. The filter, the upper funnel, the MVP part. So
Understood. Understood.
before going to production, basically. Okay. Thank you, Lilis, for the update. Next for Fidis list for Airbnb Opportunity Hub. I believe there are some updates regarding the we had discussion with Kariza and also Katendi. That's why there are already updates on the implementation of CSC in Airbnb. The friction here is actually because the one property contains multiple listings that are distributed across accounts, and also the update here, the 26 properties is actually already the cap maximum number of property that we can implement, because the bottleneck is from community back to community. So we have applied all the one that has certifications already,
I see.
and we figure out why in this particular strategy we try to maximize or prioritize the CSC campaigns implementation first, because CSC campaigns actually needs a verification of a total of 7 days before actually going live. That's why it's prioritized over the pricing.
Good.
That's why we've applied that already.
Good. Good.
Okay, next for BI 5.1. Actually, this one as an MVP, Andre is already patrolling for Traveloka bookings. We have not had any bookings yet, and actually, I would like to pivot to the next stage, which is the measurement of revenue gain from Traveloka. So that's that. Any questions for my updates? No. Then we'll move to Joseph's pivot. Yes, Lilis.
Yes. For the Airbnb itself, actually, is there any documentation where your strategy is in? I mean, where is the strategy, pricing
Oh, the
strategy,
pricing
and also
strategy is
discount?
on the attachment for the. I believe I attached it there. BI1 Airbnb opportunity Excel. Wow.
BI1. So,
Yes, and I've also
I
attached it
think
on the
it's this
campaign.
one. Okay. So because some of the property owner asking like, can I get this price? Like, basically they are lowering the price. But I still try to be in your flow. I mean, I'm basically waiting for your flow to your strategy to be refined, so I can give
Yeah.
the data of
Okay.
which property that
Actually, in
is
the
actually
Excel, there is
purchased.
already a column for the daily lowest. So if you would please add the daily lowest price there, so that we can automatically get the monthly discount and so on and so forth.
Okay,
So
that's
that we
great.
can
So you have
automatically get
already
the
made the
template.
formula
Yes,
basically.
yes,
Okay.
correct.
Sure, thank you
Yes.
much.
Next to Joseph's pivot. Any updates, Joseph, from
Yep.
BIB
Thank you,
12?
Chair. So for my update is there are three new agents. We got our first inquiry from the agent, and they're asking for bedroom villa for tomorrow with price of lower than 1.5 million, and I've give them alternatives, and they said that they will tell the customer, and if they want to book it, they will call back to us. I believe with us tonight or tomorrow morning. So that's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Joseph. That's good progress. Forget to follow up with the agent, basically. Actually, I would like to update on the previous discussion we had regarding the HR question. Yet.
Not yet.
Udah
regarding the
Yes.
arah.
contract?
Yeah, tomorrow with
I
Lilis.
see.
So maybe we'll.
Okay, thank you very much, Joseph. Please note that in the activity. Yes, Lilis?
Yeah, actually, I will let everyone know that actually I'm implementing the funnel stage here, which is the sales funnel. I need Joseph to update the outreach, respond to the progress, and I know in which funnel Joseph is struggling with. So for this, like if you can see it on the activity, I also have attached the screenshot. We can see that the outreach is 15, the response is 6, interested is 5, one inquiry. So it means that the most low perform is on the interested part into inquiry. So I guess Joseph need to work on that part more. And I also give target for Joseph, which is 3 outreach per day. So we will see the update every day. On the sales funnels, I need Joseph to update the number every day, before 4 p.m. The later as 4 p.m. by every day. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just letting everyone
Yep.
know about this.
Yep, that's nice. Actually, implementing the strategy in the development stage so that in production it's already ready. The source and the result can be seen. Thank you for the update, Lilis. Any questions for Joseph's pivots? None. Okay, let's go to Tara's pivots. Any updates for C10?
Um, Well, I've been putting it lower on my priority list right now because I'm helping a lot with the cross chapter campaigns. However, I have been monitoring the data. I still need to note it down tomorrow if I'm not wrong. And I believe that the bounce rate on the new page it's improving. It keeps on decreasing, so that's a good sign. I mean, it's slow progress, but like we can't expect it to be fast. But yeah, that's all I can say for now. I think I can give further details by the next scrum for sure. So.
I see. Thank you very much, Tara. I believe Tara is also implementing like 3 ideas per iteration to be changed to improve the new funnel.
Yep.
Yeah, you could also implement that kind of like statistics so that we know that you've always developed on this particular initiatives.
That's true. Okay,
Yeah.
will do.
Okay, thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Tara. If there are no questions for Tara's pivot, there are no cards in Mr. Jing's pivot. But do you have anything to update, sir?
Nope, not yet. I have a comment, but I'll save it for later.
Okay, right. Thank you very much, sir. Yep, we'll go ahead to Wayan's pivot for BIU4, sir.
Okay,
Mo-
from my update is the result from today. I got 3 freelancer and then 1 leads, and partnership from the freelancer is still 0. So I have the attached the market building freelance update as well.
I see. Thank you very much for the update on the numbers, Mowayan. Are there any specific frequency that you've targeted to do the outreach? Like, would you post every 3 days or would you post every week?
I think I should, but at the moment I don't have it yet. So what I did is like the next post will be from Aldo and the LinkedIn, and the next post will be from Kiki. It should be by today to the school. So basically, I asked the team that potentially can get some freelancer.
I see. So it's like event based. Yes, Mr. Jing.
I think in that particular case, babe, you have a target, but you're delegating it to other people, right? So
Yeah.
we need to know what that target is. Whether you're at the end of the day ultimately responsible because this is your campaign. So we just need to know what you're targeting. You can do it through other people. Aldo can post, like other people can post, but you just need to tell us like what is your. Do you have a SLA for activity rate?
Oh, actually, I don't have at the moment, but I think that is very good suggestion because to keep like from the target what actual that you get from what actually your target and what the actual result so that
Yeah.
where we can improve. Yeah, I will do that then.
Right. Thank you very much, Mawayan. For Mr. Secretary, could you please add that into the activity to remind Mawayan regarding the setting of target for outreach? Yes, Mr. Jing.
I have a details matter situation here, so I'd like to bring it up. Babe, I think you should put your funnel at the description part of the card so that it doesn't get pushed down with more activity. Because right now, as soon as you have any activity, your funnel will get pushed down. So that's one on details matter. The second detail I'd like to actually discuss, and this involves Joseph and Lilith, is Lilith just told Joseph, and I told Diana that we need to keep an activity at the top of funnel. But should we also expect a goal at the bottom of funnel as well? And I'll go over to Lilith for that.
Sorry, I don't really understand what is you mean by go at the bottom of the funnel.
Okay, so just earlier in this discussion, we're talking about Diana needs to keep a certain post activity every day, right? But and then just earlier, I think you also told Joseph he needs to reach out to 3 new agents every day, right? And report it by 4 o'clock. So those are
Yep.
top of funnel activities. Should we have a bottom of funnel goal too as well?
Bottom of funnel
Like the
means
conversion rate, Lilith, from the outreach
revenue.
to the inquiries and to the
Some-
reservation, for example.
Okay. Uh, yes, I actually for Joseph I give deadline like 3 days again. You have to convert one transaction.
Ah, okay, okay,
That's
good,
the
good. Okay, and okay,
yeah.
great, great. Thank you for that piece of information. Let me apply that then to Diana too as well, right? Babe, I think that's a good goal, right? So you can apply a goal for bottom of funnel. How many partnerships would you like to get per week through this campaign? And then you'll know if it's successful or not. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, but I would like to re-clarify, sir. Actually, setting a goal and does not, if we don't reach that particular goal, it doesn't mean that we should retire the project, right? We should,
Um,
or should we retire the project entirely?
I think it's, let's say it's. Oh, good question. Good question. Okay, so should you retire the project? I think what it should do, Vidi, is it should give you clarity how to prioritize that project, right?
Yep. Yep.
So we don't hear so much complaints like, oh, I'm so busy, and I don't have any results to show. So if you can see that, well, maybe you spent 20 hours on this project and you have no deals, then maybe that's not a good use of your time, right? So whether or not a person wants to retire a project, I think that's a personal decision. And I assume that we're all intelligent adults and we can make those decisions. But at least you can see the project is your vehicle. You can see how much input you put into it and you can see how much output got out of it. And if you would like to continue on that, well, at the end of the day, we still hold you accountable for your results, right? So, yeah, I think that can be a personal decision, but this allows for at least more, allows for more conscious decision making for prioritization.
Right. Noted, sir. Thank you very much. Yep. So everyone, for Moayan and Joseph, don't forget to add what Mr. Jing has detailed in the description, and also yes, Lilith.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I actually help Moayan to set the sales funnel. I actually differentiate it, like to give like direct Instagram and Bukit Vista's Instagram. So we know where is the distribution is. So yeah, that's basically the additional information. And actually, I see different data where actually Makwayan said that 5% is contacting Makwayan, but why is the freelancer is 3?
So at the moment there is three confirmed, but the other one still considering
Oh,
because of
Yep.
the
So it's not completed yet.
yeah because of term and condition. That's why I need to do some discussion regarding contact for them.
Yep, Mr. Jing. Maybe
Okay.
last. remarks
And
from
in this
Mr. Jing?
particular case, babe, your funnel hasn't been set up correctly, right? So it should be actually outreach is 5, and then 3 is response, and then partnership is 0. I'm not sure what the difference between a freelancer and a lead is. Maybe you can tell us more about that.
The freelancer is the person. The lead is the leads from the freelance.
Ah, I see.
The actual
How many
how
villas?
many leads.
Yeah, how many properties?
I
Okay,
see.
so yeah, maybe there should be another sub discussion regarding the
Yeah.
funnel and also the adjustment for this particular flow, basically to refine the flow. But overall, yeah, I think it's good, and we are done with the pivot updates. Are there any remarks from everyone? If not, we could move to Mr. Secretary. Could you please share the meeting notes?
Okay, so before we were reading the cross chapter campaign and being asked because there is difference in data and video answer rate. And Tara said there is a mistake when she's updating. And for the progress update, Liz has no update because she's focusing on the campaign. VD for the Airbnb Opportunity Hub, she has finished the discussion with Lisa and Pendy, and there is one fiction about where one property can contain multiple listings, and that they have reached maximum funnel. And Andre is already patrolling for Traveloka booking, and it has been pivoted to the next stage, which is measurement of revenue gain from Traveloka. And for my update, there are two new agents that are interested and requesting daily price, and one inquiry from Instagram about villa with 4 bedroom. And today I will ask for the confirmation or tomorrow morning. And for Tara, she has been lowering the priorities on her current initiative because she's focusing on the chapter campaign. And for Jing, there's no update. For Wayana, he got three freelancer, and VD asked about the target, and Wayana said there is no target yet, but she will make the target soon. And Jing asked, should we also make target for bottom lane of the funnel? Yes, we should, to make sure that our resource is not wasted. And Wayana explained that 5% has reached the reached her, but only 3 is interested due to further consideration.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Secretary, for the meeting notes. Then we should move to BV Analytics. We'll look at a little bit of data because apparently there are some differences between the current data from compared to the previous Scrum. We see that there is a, greater increase in revenue compared to the previous like acceleration. Basically, since the last meeting, I believe we gained about 1,500 ish dollar. Um, and we see here in the booking page, we see a lot of thicker orange bars as opposed to the blue bars. Um, then again, following the weekly sales, actually, this a bit weird because we see that it's already 11th of September, but this week's revenue is actually much lower than the previous week. Well, when we follow the right, left, and right load principle, it's supposed to be somewhat higher still. But perhaps, yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Maybe anyone has a comment on it.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be the tallest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there something related to the data false that you explained previously?
Have you asked Kabayu regarding the duplicate data, sir? Actually.
Yes, I have. So I asked Value to take a look at it. He told me that actually it was not a very good answer. I couldn't understand, right? But he told me that essentially the data, although being reported twice, was actually counted once. But then I summed up all the separate bookings, and it looked like it was being reported twice. And so then Bayou said he would take another look at it, right? Um, this video relates to the principle of how we are defining actual revenue, right? So the actual revenue, let's say if it's
Yep.
split between 2 months, is now let's say half the revenue was in August, half the revenue for a booking was in September. Before we would see the
Yes.
entire revenue arrived in August, right? But now it's split into two bookings, one portion for the August part, one portion for the September part. So what I believe
Yeah.
has happened, or I don't have, Buddy's taking a look at it, is that we're actually counting that revenue twice, even though it's been split into two different
I
groups.
see.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Yeah, yeah. The
that's
sum is the split.
yeah, that's what's resulting in at least the blue part in August 23rd and 30th being so high, 15,988. So Bayou's agreed to take another look at that and get back to me. So
Yep.
yeah. Anyway, that's the conclusion of that discussion so far.
Yes.
It's still pending.
Thank you very much. Actually, we kind of discussed about this issue before, right, Lilis? I believe last 2 months ago, we're getting the duplicate data on the weekly sales.
Um, yeah, we already asked that to Bayu. And the answer is the same actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, the report is twice, but the calculation is once. That's actually the answer that I understand from Bayu. But
yeah. So yeah, it's a recurring recurring problem. So I believe it will, if it's possible, it should be kind of important,
Yeah,
be in the top of the priority because we need to
it
look
is.
at it
Vidi, do you have any insight on? Oh, fuck.
before and look at how that. So yeah, from that, actually, the squad revenue growth. We look at the next 3 months, and area two property is half of area one property, and there is an increase in area three property for this month, and we see it from it's reflected from the booking basically. But there are no signs of increase for the following months yet. Um, Next, I think we should also look at the guest, the number of or guest origin, because yes, it's still consistent to the previous one where we have Indonesian guests being at 137%. So it's a steady increase of Indonesian guests. Uh, just to confirm with the list, do we have any particular campaigns or initiative that is related to like using this particular opportunity? Just a check.
Indonesia.
Yes. For example, in the Russian before we do Russian translation. In this case, do we have any campaigns or strategies relating to this opportunity? That's double checking.
Hmm. Actually, we haven't. But one thing that I see is actually what is that opportunity is with Jajan Ticket that I have told you before. So it's actually travel agent in Jakarta. I think the base in Jakarta, and currently they are pivoting to promoting a hotel or villa, and the audience is like 82.6K. So I guess yeah, the audience is the one that's traveling, right? So
I see. So going to agents with domestic audience, right?
yes,
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Jing.
Two parts.
and it's free.
Lilis, I think we have some
Yes, sir.
Facebook probe listings or probe posts in Bahasa Indonesia targeting specific Indonesian um, property owners at the
Mm,
point, right? Not necessarily traveler. But we don't have any traveler campaigns, am I right?
yeah, yeah. We don't have any
And we're
campaign
not
for.
even, if I'm also correct, we're not even in Facebook groups for Indonesian travelers, are we?
Yes, and I don't know where is the group.
Maybe we should look for those groups, right?
Yeah.
Indonesian
Perhaps
Yeah.
we can
foreign
ask
traveler group.
marketing for help.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay,
I agree with you.
okay.
Hmm.
Then
Okay.
the third part is Joseph. Is Joseph targeting any travel agencies in Jakarta or in,
Yeah. Oh, in I'm still looking for in Jakarta because when I search in Instagram, when I use the keyword Jakarta, the follower is like very little. And also for the Facebook that you guys mentioned before, I have joined a group. I don't know if it is all Indonesian. It's called Asosiasi Travel Agent Indonesia, and you got like a lot of requests there. But then, yeah, it's not only in Bali.
okay? My suggestion then, Mr. Chair, I think is perhaps we direct Rizal to start looking for this type of opportunity,
Yep,
right?
yeah.
In the
I agree. I agree. I agree with the outreach and so on and so forth. So that could be an idea for also Joseph and also Lilith, right? Maybe we could start using this opportunity. One reminder, actually, Traveloka is actually one of the attempt to get domestic travelers, but the scope of the property is actually Yogyakarta, which is on laser focus. But we did that because it's an MVP for that has a lower blast radius if it fails because of the connection issue and so on and so forth. But that's only an update. And also, before moving on to the next graph, actually, I would like to look at the instant book number
Uh, uh,
because
Mr. Chair,
yes,
I have an additional info that actually the community is also asking to expand to uh, the domestic OTA,
yes,
domestic
correct.
traveler OTA.
yeah,
Yep, I've seen that some owners are actually suggesting us to open up OTAs that targets domestic travelers. Thank you very much. Liz. Yeah, I
Yes.
believe that's true. Going back to the content chapter KPI, which is the instant book, we'd like to see this because it's important for the next insight, which is we have about 53 instant books, so at 79%, which is if we consider the instant book that we had last month and considering the time that we have, it's actually on average a little bit below the um, if we want to match the one last month, it's a little bit below because why is it's important because if we see at the inquiry pace our inquiry pace here, our inquiry pace is actually slowing down. So one of the indicator of a healthy slowing down inquiry pace is actually the increase of instant booking, meaning that a lot of people are actually instant booking instead of inquiring, right, from the content itself. But we see both the instant book and also the inquiry pace is slowing down. So that's actually a red alert. Um, and that has been taken notice by the funnel for the campaign one. We've already discussed. I've already discussed it with Kagani regarding this one. Um, so the inquiry pace is actually slowing down, and we see that the distribution is practically the same. So any last remarks for the data? Yes, sir.
I think we can focus our entire efforts now on conversion rates for the because I think that is, as we just discussed in the leadership discussion, I think that is where the funnel is breaking right now. If we take a
I
look
see.
at that, I let's go ahead and see what the numbers are on the conversion rate. When we don't convert, we don't rank, and when we don't rank,
Yep.
we don't get new inquiries. So I believe we're at around less than 10% on all the different regions, right, Vidi?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. And following my experience today from looking at I taught a negotiation class today for the OKRs. I noticed there's a few things that is probably not optimal. One is that they have schedules right now that are off on meeting days, right? So not everyone's coordinating very well. And then the second thing is everyone is using very different inquiry response tactics
Yes.
to close deals. And they're not optimizing, let's say, the best practice at the moment. So we have kind of a funnel breakdown right now. And you can
Right.
see that, yeah, probably most clearly in the Airbnb opportunity stack.
Yep.
Um, so I think um, that is probably where we need to focus the most of our BI intelligence. How do we actually improve that inquiry response? Um, yeah, how do we get the conversion rate higher?
Okay, noted, sir. Thank you very much for the suggestion. We'll look in deeply into the inquiry conversion rate then.
Yeah.
Okay, if there are no more updates for the stats, then we'll go to the discussion management board where we see we have several discussions. And actually, one of the more important one is actually this crown frequency discussion by Lilis. If Lilis wants to take the floor to discuss about this.
This current frequency.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Yeah. So actually, this is addressing the previous discussion on leadership. Since we will have viewers chapter Scrum, and more into campaign scrum, which is maybe we call it a squad. Uh, Actually, once a week, and I would like to ask everyone here, uh, what day actually will you choose for that? I'm proposing Wednesday. Yeah, yeah. Okay. First, maybe Vidi. What do
Yep. Yeah, I'm fine with Wednesday. Actually, I wanted to reconfirm with Mr. Jing regarding this frequency for business intelligence because I remember that just now you said business intelligence should meet more frequently than the other chapters. Do you mean one a meeting per week, or is okay, or
One meeting a week, I think, is maximum then, because we're going
I
to
think
increase the campaign meetings.
something meeting? Okay,
So
noted.
I think yeah, once a week for the chapter to sync up, just to make sure that the chapter SLAs are on track, and then
Noted.
the rest of the week right now, I've already set the schedule out for everyone.
Yep.
So the sync up schedule right now is from 4 to 4:30 every day for all the people involved in campaigns, um, and then maybe on Wednesday we can go 4:30 to 5:30 for RM. What do you guys think?
Okay. Actually, regarding the meeting schedule, we have four campaigns, and all four campaigns will be discussed within the half an hour, sir.
I think so. Because if everyone reports, Vidi, then the actual review of the campaign is really easy, right? If everyone
Okay,
reports, then, like marketing, we spend really just, yeah, we get it done in 30 minutes. And community too, we get it done within 30 minutes.
I
Because all
see.
the reporting has happened beforehand. We just take a look at where the funnel breakdown is and ask,
I see.
why is there no activity? Or why is there friction here? What can you do to fix it? And then the next day we come back and we see, has it been fixed yet? If it's not, then we so
Right.
a day should be enough. Yeah.
Okay, noted, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, going back to the discussion previously, Wednesday is fine by me. Maybe next to Joseph.
Yes, Yudi.
We'll have, yeah. What day do you prefer, actually?
For Wednesday is okay.
Okay, noted. Thank you very much. For Tara.
What time on Thursday? If you could
Uh,
repeat.
I mean, Wednesday. Which day do we want to
When
hold our talk?
which day? I mean, Wednesday itself, I think should be fine. It just depends on the time for me. But then with that,
To confirm, yeah,
okay.
same time, right, Lilis? Yep. Lilis wrote that one. So Wednesday, okay, right, Tara?
4 p.m. So
Yep.
that's is that now
Oh wait, hold on a second. I think Lily, I think
No,
right?
not correct.
Oh, okay, yeah.
at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, right?
you say?
We have the campaign scrum at 4 p.m. to 4:30. So this
Yeah,
chapter thing should happen after.
Okay. So then,
4:30 after exactly after the campaign. Yeah. Supposed
okay.
to,
Then
but let's think about it outside the discussion. But for Mr. Jing, for Mowayan, is it okay for Wednesday, 4:30? Yeah, okay, 4, okay, for Wednesday. Yeah,
please
maybe
resume.
Mr. Jing could add his preference of time in the discussion management board, and that's settled then, right,
Yes.
Liz? Okay. Next, if we'll move on to the next topic, which is actually something that we have discussed before. But do we want to still talk about the Villa Finder versus Agent if you guys are going to meet on Saturday, Lilis and Joseph?
Uh, Actually,
Yes.
into this also. into the freelancer. I mean, because say it's really for users, and the commission 5% just to buy something, and
Right. Mr. Jason, or any additional during this particular discussion?